Hello all. I'm going to be watching some of my art stuff now that I got the audio to work. Keep in mind that the audio quality from the speakers to the microphone is notoriously low, so it's bad, but at least you got some sound. I also got the screen to record due to the ops update which Windows broke. They updated about a month after Windows broke it, so for a month I couldn't record the screen. I'm once again sober. All the vertigo and other similar symptoms have passed, but I'm depressed again. And it feels like a dull blade in my being. Like there's a dull blade in me. And no matter what I do, I cannot get it to properly move. I think this might be the serotonin deficiency because weed increases serotonin and weed made me happy. It also made me somewhat uncontrollable. But if the choice is being happy and uncontrollable or depressed, it's a hard topic. So we'll see. I posted my previous artwork and a few videos and the book I wrote about 10 years ago to a creative writing channel on Facebook. Got no feedback. Posted it on another like 5 minutes ago, and I'm now waiting for feedback. But I can't have Facebook open while recording because some of my friends don't want to be seen as talking, with me. So don't want to be seen in public. So it is not something I can keep open. I'll keep it private. So I will be watching some of my art on YouTube. I may even try to do some readings of my previous work and see what I come up with. And we'll see if any of this is worth doing. I'll check the audio quality probably after I do the whole recording. So I think it's going to be notoriously low. That's, modern age technology. It, sucks. I can check on Discord because I asked those guys and they were okay with me showing it if it's like necessary, but there isn't much to really discuss. So we will see. Start with this one.
Punk I've heard about. Nice.
And yes, depressed people can actually laugh. At least on the positive side, my neck is no longer quite as locked up because of muscle tension. Ow. Still locked up though. And there's like 100 clips here that I can't link because they're all copyrighted. Stupid that you can watch stuff on, but not watch stuff on YouTube for YouTube, so you can't watch stuff back to YouTube that you saw on YouTube. That seems wildly wrong. So let's go to my channel. You can actually see how many of these, and this is not the right icon, this is the right icon. You can see how many of my artworks get blocked for having stuff from YouTube. Part blocked, partially blocked. Blocked. And this is annoying that you have to click each one of these individually to get them to go through. You can just, interesting, you can just mass do them. This one just is a gameplay video. That one's partially blocked, partially blocked. blocked, and so on and so forth. And I didn't get the dermatologist to look at my new mole, which I think might be cancerous because they didn't have time for it, and they just told me to show up at the center sometime later, like the health center, so I can get it checked out. So, you know, everybody's favorite transsexual. Hot. I expected transsexuals to look like Germans, but that was actually hot. Wouldn't mind cuddling with it. So do we still have an audience? Yes, we have an audience. Hello there, who I believe to be GWIS. Tuning in and being myself, blocked.
I definitely did not apply for your grant.
Me first. I told you I don't want to join your super secret boy band. No. See, I remember you do everything yourself. How's it working out for you? A quick question of the rhetorical variety. That's you, right?
And that's why I invited Luther, my anger translator, to join me here tonight.
I've been in Thailand with the latest. You know, I know this is going to take some time to figure out how to get them out of there, but at least for now, tell us they have been nourished. They have spoken with rescuers. There's food that's been delivered. Tell us what's happening right now for these young men.
Aki, saving guys in a cave.
No. What do you?
Yeah. Look at you go.
Out of the 1,000 suns, we got like 30 to cover.
40 miles an hour.
Open your eyes.
Wow, that's awful lot of quality.
It's not easy.
No, it's not.
That's skills.
That's all on YouTube, though, right? I mean, that's where you found it.
It's all on interpretive dance, right?
Because you know that's all fake. It's all done on a computer. It's like that video.
Yeah. Oh, you mean like those UFOs over Phoenix?
I'm not really helping. Oh, it's giving me cancer. This was a fun discovery. And this was a fun discovery. Hi, Alien Entertainment Module.
So, you're the spider lady.
Spider-Man.
Fighting spider. You spider boy?
Spider-Man.
Not in that onesie or not.
It's not a onesie. I believe this. I was actually having a really good day today. You know,
You believe I was depression-free for near 10 years?
Sitting there and
The order of Her Imperial Majesty, Jamal Sarum, to freely distribute new SHIELD technology out to Capsuleers.
how would you test?
Nailed it. And this one doesn't have the subtitles.
Who else now? Anybody?
Morning, folks. What are you gonna do to us? Now, don't worry, I'm not a stabbing hobo. I'm a singing hobo. I've been
Beast the hobo life, stabbing folks with my hobo knife.
Excuse me, hobo.
Could you play
something
some
a little less
unnerving? I could, but most anime is blocked on YouTube. I tried. Stops the heart in minutes.
Not for you. Not even your unusually attractive hand.
No. If she knew, she'd freak out.
So just out of curiosity, how do the spirits determine who wins?
It is a fight to the death. Down. Hey, no one said anything. Nice.
When she freaks out, I freak out.
You know what I think is really cool? This weather.
That's really cool.
Tensile strength is
Off the charts.
Who manufactured them?
I did.
Cotton walls? I didn't even have a piece of gloves.
Is that a long story? I was.
Lordy, you even seen these?
Yes.
There are few of us left. We know we will soon be gone, and so we can see our fate as others will see it.
Yes, I can't see in those, okay? It's just that whatever happened, it's like my senses have been down to 11. There's way too much input, so they just kind of help me focus.
You're in dire need of an upgrade.
This will be my last address. It marks the end of the Academy's term and your graduating mission. Whether you fail or succeed in this last trial, I again urge you to remember, you are all
Systemic, top to bottom. 100-point restoration, that's why I'm here. Why are you doing this? I gotta know what's your MO. What gets you out of that twin bed in the morning?
Because I've been me my whole life, and I've had these powers for 6 months. I read books, I build computers, and yeah, I would love to play football, but I couldn't then, so I shouldn't now.
Sure, because you're different.
Exactly. But I can't tell anybody that, so I'm not. But when you can do the things that I can, but you don't, and then bad things happen. They happen because you know.
So you want to look after the little guy, you want to do your part, make a little bit of place on that, right?
Yeah, just looking out a little bit.
We secured the perimeter, but I don't think we should hold it for too much longer.
Huh.
You're tired.
This is an old Earth delicacy.
How do I know you're not trying to poison me?
Please.
can imagine.
I'm gonna sit here so you move the leg. Got a passport.
No, I don't have a
You're
driver's
back to
license.
Germany?
No,
Oh,
I can't go to Germany.
why?
Homework.
I'm pretending you didn't say that.
I'm being serious. I can't just drop out of
It's like a
school.
little dangerous. So, honey, take it.
Don't tell Henry.
All right, Spider-Man.
Sorry, I'll get it.
Seems like I improved. It's not all about the money, though.
Yeah. You got it later if you want.
I don't have any here. I'm very wet. Okay. This is good for you. You came over the wrong time.
AI woman is
It's not of this
evolving.
world. I don't know exactly what it is or what it's doing, but this is not human intelligence, okay?
That's all I have to say about
This I'm hoping to build one day. Might help with the energy shortage.
My old enemy. You cannot hide from me. No matter what form you choose to wear, let your true self be revealed. Down low.
The Chantry teaches us that it is the hubris of men which brought the Darkspawn into our world. The mages had sought to usurp heaven, but instead they destroyed it. They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption. They returned as monsters, the first of the Darkspawn. They became a blight of the lands, unstoppable and relentless. The dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall, and from the deep roads, the Darkspawn drove at us again and again, until finally we neared annihilation.
There is little left for us. Little time. But much irony. We did discover they are not invulnerable. The destroyers that darkened our skies like a plague can be harmed. But we have no way to deliver the hurt. We have the knowledge, but not the means. And so this is our legacy. In subspace, they cannot use their shields. And into subspace, they can be tracked.
We are currently waiting to receive a live broadcast from DED headquarters in Uli, where the body of a drifter was delivered earlier today for analysis. The 4 scientists who performed the preliminary autopsy have provided the scope with an exclusive first look at the full autopsy report. The report confirms similarities between drifter and Jove genetics. Despite significant physical differences, noted by doctors Anslo Tetua and Monsieur Star Surge was the odd absence of vocal cords and abnormal blood composition, the latter believed to be connected to the low-level radiation still being emitted post-mortem. The autopsy also confirms that the augmentation present in the subject is necessary for its survival. Further study is already underway at
As the line between synthetic and organic disappears, we may transcend mortality itself to reach a level of existence I cannot even imagine.
Shadow sits in Warhammer 40k Voice in the Dark. Book 3, Chapter 7. Part 7. Shadow sits in the awkwardly comfortable chair in the library, scrolling the pages of the newspaper. It details in somewhat murky but still exquisite details on something that happened near 10,000 years ago. What the Alamic quietude was like, what they represented, how the new discovery of their colony out in the void might be. As he reads the dozens of pages on the topic, he slowly starts to drift to unconsciousness. The lack of company, the solitude, the pain starts to ebb away, and before too long he is unconscious. For a while there is nothing, then after a while his eyes adjust to the dream around him. He is standing in the Imperial Palace on Holy Terra that was.
The breadth of the Imperium spans across 1,000,000 worlds, from the Arctic wasteland that is Valhalla to the towering hives of Armageddon. Each day, hundreds are lost to invasion, plague, or the war, while hundreds more are rediscovered, colonized, and liberated. Yet there is one planet that stands out above all. A millennia of strife has dissolved its oceans. Its soil is barren, and its air is toxic. So revered is this place, however, that of the untold billions of pilgrims who flock to it each year, the few that arrive will likely never leave. In ancient times, it was known as Earth. In the 41st millennium, it is Holy Terra. The capital and throne world of the Imperium, Terra is effectively a planet-wide temple dedicated to the worship of the Emperor of mankind. The Emperor resides here still, entombed and sustained within the Golden Throne. His presence alone has made Terra a sacred world of power and majesty that for many in the Imperium remains only a place of legend and myth. Those blessed to call the planet home are the highest servants of the Emperor, the holiest clergy of the ecclesiarchy, the aristocratic families of the Navis Nobilite, and the most powerful military officers, scribes, and bureaucrats. Countless more toil as serfs and thralls, who serve across Terra's countless manufactoria, producing the infrastructure that preserves the planet's endless labyrinth of bureaucracy. They suffer in terrible squalor, their greatest hope that their offspring might one day join the priesthood of Earth, or be accepted as a clerk or adept of the lowest order. Terra's entire surface is covered in continent-sized edifices of state, including the Imperial Palace, the Ecclesiarchal Palace, the Temple of the Assassinorum, the Quarter of the Navigators, and the hundreds, if not thousands, of departmental headquarters of the Adeptus Terra, the imperial government. Even the Imperial Inquisition is said to maintain its greatest stronghold on Terra, far beneath the southern polar ice cap. Foreboding statues of angels, primarchs, and all the heroes of the Imperium have made Holy Terra the defining example of Imperial architecture. Its soaring buildings and breathtaking avenues have been imitated across the galaxy, but never surpassed. A square meter of land on Terra is worth more than a palace on any other high world. In orbit, enormous cities and stations are anchored, ancient even when the Imperium was new. These are surrounded by countless defense platforms, laser batteries, and phalanx, the mobile fortress monastery of the Imperial Fist's Adeptus Astartes chapter. Terra is the most heavily fortified world in the galaxy, and among its defenders are elite units drawn from every branch of the Imperial military, from Battlefleet Solar of the Imperial Navy to inquisitorial stormtroopers. An attack on Terra itself has been regarded as unfathomable, yet more than once it has come to pass. At the peak of the Horus Heresy, the traitor legions fought across Terra and laid siege to the Imperial Palace itself. For a time, sections of the planet were occupied and corrupted, and billions of Imperial civilians were butchered and sacrificed to the dark gods. When the Emperor prevailed, his loyal servants set about restoring the planet, and millennia later, few relics of that dark age remain. Thousands of years of planning has ensured that such an attack could never come again. But as the time of ending dawns across the galaxy, and reality itself is split asunder, not even Terra has been spared. For the first time since Horus was cut down, demons have struck, however briefly, at the very heart of the Imperium. While swiftly destroyed, their very presence on the throne world suggests that Terra is not invincible. For humanity, the survival of Terra is paramount. Within the chambers of the Astronomicon, a massive apparatus located deep beneath the Himalaysian mountains, the Emperor projects a great beacon of light into the void. Without this guidance, faster than light travel would be impossible, and the Imperium would not long survive. The countless worlds of the Imperium have endured countless years against the terrors of the galaxy. But if mankind is able to strike down the encroaching darkness and bring about a new age of peace and progress, there can be no doubt that the first sign of salvation will be found on Holy Terra alone. Should the Emperor and his servants fail, then Terra will simply be the last to fall, a solitary fortress alone in the galaxy, before it too is consumed by a tide of heretical rebellion, genocide, and the damnation of chaos. In Atlas, the template institute.
Faith is the one common thought shared by the people living in Sumi, as large Edencom defense and construction fleets take up positions in the system, declaring that the system shall be an impregnable fortress. Edencom Provost Marshal Kasia Valkamir has promised that under no circumstances will the Triglavian invasion forces be allowed to achieve victory against this Edencom stronghold. This is Alton Howard reporting for the Scope.
There it is, sir. It's like a hole in space.
Now, we're acquainted with the wormhole phenomena. This is quite different. What are your sense of it? It must mean that it's empty of matter. There's always some energy formula.
Sir, our sensors are showing this to be the absence of everything. It is void without matter or energy of any kind.
It is all the form data at height, width.
Perhaps not.
It's hardly a scientific observation, Mark.
Captain, the most elementary and valuable statement of science, the beginning of wisdom is, I do not know. I do not know what that is, sir.
Magic matter already exists within ourselves, the condition. So, one of the story about this story is that when Indians, the Native American Indians on the Caribbean Islands, saw Columbus's ships approaching, they couldn't see them at all because it was so unlike anything they'd ever seen before. They couldn't see it.
So when Columbus's Armada landed in the Caribbean, none of the natives were able to see the ships, even though they existed on the horizon. The reason that they never saw the ships was because they had no knowledge, no knowledge, no experience that other ships existed. So the shaman starts to notice that there's ripples out in the ocean, but he sees no ship, but he starts to wonder what's causing the effects. So every day he goes out and looks and looks and looks, and after a period of time, he's able to see ships. And once he sees the ships, he tells everybody else that ships exist out there. Because everybody trusts him and believed in him. They saw them also.
And that means us.
where we go then.
I'm not very good at singing songs, so here's a try.
This is so gonna get blocked. What was the name of that song? The one where I encouraged the Inquisitor to sing a little. It's what was it again? Yeah, can't remember. It must not have been important.
If you wish to make an apple pie from scratch, you must first invent the universe.
Christian king in Britain has waged cruel war against human nature itself, and the persons of distant people who never captivating Canada into slavery in another hemisphere. Yes, you lay the evils of slavery at the feet of the king, but we say nothing of slavery itself. Surely, if trade is outlawed but ownership is not, then those unfortunate Negroes still in servitude will become more lucrative market.
That's not what I intended. Slavery is an abomination and must be loudly proclaimed as such. I own that neither I nor anyone has any immediate solution to the problem.
Oh, but it doesn't matter. The issue before us is independence and not emancipation. This is something our friends in the Congress will debate, but I would be very surprised if they would find this more happens. We hold these truths to be sacred and undeniable, that all men are created equal. Sacred and undeniable. Smacks of the pulpit. These truths are self-evident, are they not? Self-evident. Self-evident? Not mistaken, sir, I share your sentiment.
Every single word was precisely chosen.
Yes, but yours will not be the only hand in this document. Cannot be. They will try to mangle it, and they may succeed. The expressions misguide me. Not that so if I had drawn it up, I would defend every word of it. That's what I read. This is a marvelous attention, Mr. Jones.
So I went through a number of variations, but I found the most successful. Simplest is always the best. It's 2 seats, and the top one swivels on rollers, making the window sound relief. Almost.
Please.
Okay, you had a balance of 93 cents.
All right.
And then 2.25% interest over a period of 1,000 years. That comes to $4.3 billion.
He sees a ceremony of initiation and finds his attention intently focused. In the chain, but not the innermost, but one close to it, a theory of government is being discussed. This discussion is for the most part too ethereal for him to follow, something about taxes and some reform.
That's my opinion on that reform.
This is Alton Howery reporting for the scope. Prayer requests. Better get for some coffee.
Now that's fresh mountain grown coffee from the hills of Columbia.
They did not appreciate the heroin joke. I can tell.
Ooh.
Here's the government reform discussion.
Oh,
This was when the audio still worked. Oh, it works because it's not a live broadcast. Too ethereal for most people to follow. I'll compress it into a few words for you. Increase the value-added tax, decrease other taxes, specifically corporate tax and employer and employee social contributions, and you will lower the unemployment and slightly lower the population's wealth. And if you do that enough, the unemployment will be lowered to the supposed optimum of 3%, at which point your social benefits and your unemployment benefits will go down significantly, and you'll get a fairly large bundle of money with which you can do whatever the fuck you want because you're the governor.
Hey, buddy. No, it's not, did it?
I try not to.
Well, you need help.
Sure.
Would you like to know what the hell that was all about?
I don't like advice.
I'm the point of the Bible, John. Went to a certain amount of trouble, you know. At least in a few minutes. Huh? Eat some of the food we so feverishly prepare.
I apologize, Harry.
Why are you moving so quickly on the side of everything?
You got the history chair, Stanford.
I wish.
Well, taquitos, chicken wings.
Roasty toasties and beer.
If we had more time, we could talk something.
Grandiose. Burger King. No. Whataburger.
Taquitos are fine.
Art's gonna be along too, so talking to the student.
Is George taking over for you?
Georgia Trimble.
Has he made up his mind?
He hasn't called. My God. Oh, what is this? Looks like a Van Gogh, but I've never seen it before.
It's not an original thing.
No, it's just a gift someone gave me.
Still, it's her copy. It can have ratings, I think. May I take a closer look?
Please, yeah.
Yeah, it's the same stretcher as Van Gogh used.
Yeah, it's I know that. It's in French.
Oh, to my friend, Jacques Paul. I wonder who that was.
Someone you knew, I guess.
Surely you'll have this look at the print.
Well, maybe sometime, but I wouldn't really want money for it.
I have enough. That was given to me by one of the women.
That does it. Put that stuff in the kitchen. I'm gonna put it in the bathroom. Gas is off, electricity's on. It comes from when you can. The furniture's going this afternoon.
It's been years since I sat on the floor. I can't remember her name.
That's good for the back.
Didn't you do yoga exercises?
Tantric yoga we can.
So you even go.
We teach you. Rather suddenly, you must admit.
Sure, times, huh? Is it? Oh, glad you know we want to help.
I just appreciate it, really. There's no problem.
Well, now I am curious. Where are you going? A decade of professorship. Invited to chair of the department, and you don't know where you're going?
How cabin feel? After a while, I get itchy feet. I've done this before.
You're too young to have done this before.
He has an age today. Every woman on the faculty would give it anything, man, that's secret.
Is that what they're after you?
Oh, stop, Harry. Wow, can you pull this?
What the hell?
Are you 100?
Females. I'm a big fan.
Oh, sure. You can't bag a deer from the telescopic sight.
Oh, good eating. That's one thing. There's actually eat section.
Yes.
Where is it?
We haven't had it. Come on.
So where is he?
Here I am.
While search and rescue efforts are still underway, there have been no announcements made, nor have we been able to confirm anything regarding the condition or whereabouts of Empress General Sorrow.
You can hear my house when sometimes coming over.
The fuck? Oink oink. What?
You're having a great time. That's okay, Melanie. I've had enough. take one there. Oh! Oh, God, I mean, right in the eye! You know what? If it's alright with you, I will have that sandwich. It's just, the pig line came to me and I just kind of rolled with it, but I really am quite starving, so thanks so much. It's really nice of you. See you! Oh, just warming the old girl up. Here we go!
She's fine.
This is Lena Emma reporting to the scope.
No. This one was good. I've even liked some of my own videos. That's so arrogant of me. Philippines is the nurse/doctor on the map for the most part. We all have our own settings though on the map, so your results may vary. So sad that this got blocked. It's a very good one, and this may be better being blocked. This is way too sad to watch. I had these clothes and I even made that chainmail myself. River!
Come back! Richard, what the hell did you say?
Oh!
River? Please, why don't you come on out?
No, can't. Too much hair.
River, honey, he's putting the hair away now.
Doesn't matter. We'll still be there. Waiting.
He's putting the corn away now. This one was disliked.
I'm down! Hit Bill! Oh, shit, he's here again! Hey, hit Bill! I'm going for police! I'm going for police on! Fuck it!
Police reported ahead.
No statements have been made by the Serpentis about the incident. This is Alton Aubrey reporting for the scope.
One like on my election presentation out of 3 comments or 3 likes or 3 whatever, thumbs up or down, 3 thumbs, 133 watches. Posted it on the True Finns forum and got railed. Told them that I support things on the left and things on the right that, you know, piss off the other side, so don't expect me to be liked by anybody. Amongst these things are voting rights for tourists, which pisses off the right, and things like deporting 1/3 of the illegal immigrants, giving 1/3 nationality, and then ignoring 1/3, which pisses off the left. So, you know. Centrism.
Wrapping up financial news, commodity price.
This is a story about how we contacted with Portugal finally after, you know.
Prices fell on profit-taking for trading runs, but the manufacturing sector rallied on economic data showing a sharp increase in orders for Starship components. Meanwhile, an increasing mining yield for the period.
We have a breaking story. This is live footage of the Reynolds War in Sawtooth, where Imperial Navy warships just
Kill himself. It's nothing I ever expected. It's something else.
One's not good, other.
Is it okay? No, because her pain's gone. You don't understand. Because she won't clean like that. Just, you don't understand. When do I see it? You never see her. She's a suicide. Suicide goes somewhere else. Who you punched before? Oh, it's not punching. She's suffering. No. Judges are crimes here. Everybody's equal. It's just reality and the way things work. Reality. It's suicide to the hell. You can hide from it. You can understand. What you call hells for those who don't know they're dead. They can't realize what they've done, what's happened. Too seldom struggling life is because this world around them stopped. Suicides are very healthy because they're more of our substances are very different. There's a natural order to our journey. It ends by everything. She won't listen. She won't realize, accept what she's done. She will still turn to play out. Still saying she's in hell. I saw it. It's all fire and pain. The real hell is your life gone wrong.
The only thing that the Imperial ship crews fear even more than traveling in the world is traveling in the world while there's a storm raging. The light of the Emperor's astronomical is no longer time to navigate. An entire sector is massive, preventing any help from far. The chaos, at home in the distortion of reality, becomes an even greater threat.
So many. I can come.
Puolipäivällä eroin olla takaisin ihmisen hahmossa.
All right.
All right.
Toi ei ole se kysymys.
That's not the question. The question is, Jesus is coming. Who cares? Now, in the 20th century, 21st century, world has changed a little from the Robe Ages. There's no photos of him, so everybody can fill in what they want. But at the modern age, it's not me. You wouldn't have a chance. Jesus, he was from the Middle East, one of those Arab nations. Palestine, Israel, you keep track of them. So you think about this. Who in the modern era would listen 1 minute to such a prophet? You couldn't trust Jesus looking like that. You would be waiting for, the bomb west. Yeah, talks of peace. That's what they all do. But soon, there would be some kind of plane flying some kind of object. A Jesus like that, going door to door in some high-end neighborhood? Hello! This one I posted on the Finnish military's forum. They didn't appreciate it.
I'm so sorry. Just hasn't responded to the treatment. Pretty soon you'll feel your energy levels drop dramatically, and your mobility will become increasingly restricted. I'm afraid it's about quality of time. Continue this.
Maybe smashing these things along the way. I think it's gratuitous bullet. Oh, I have to go in 6 hours right here. There's the leaders confirming the military situation.
Temporarily blocked, and it's gonna be removed. We can already see. I like this bad goddess take on the AMG storyline. I liked it.
That's an alien invasion subtext. Alien invasion subtext? I'm sorry, Otaki. Would you please explain the context of that? The goddesses in the series were basically a race of interdimensional alien beings holding the earth under occupation so they could harvest it for human souls. And it was basically the Matrix. It controlled all of the environmental aspects of the planet. In order to survive, the goddesses were dependent on energy distributed by Ecrosil, and the best way to keep it recharged was from the energy of human souls. And to help convince mankind to give them those souls, they adopted aspects from several religions into their cultures, such as Norse mythology, and the guys that they were angels from heaven, sent to grant people of good nature their wish come true. That scene where it was hinted that the goddesses were shapeshifters simply posing their human form was Fukushima trying to warn everybody that they may not be what they appear to be. And the only reason that warning would make sense was if the alien invasion was real. Very sorry to interrupt, but Otaki.
Yes, go there.
Please shut the fuck up.
Moving on.
What do you now? Hey guys, ready back there? You hoard toilet paper. Understand? Hoard it. Hoard it like it's made of gold. Because it is.
The incident, one of several Australian supermarkets, the desperation for toilet paper reaches irrational levels.
Y'all looking for our runs this joint? You right with you. Trying to fix it away. I remember working. Yeah, seems to me. You're right, though. Yeah. There's some old people. Been their lives in the dark. Trying to hide from.
Purabo.
The incident, one of several Australian supermarkets, the desperation for toilet paper reaches irrational levels.
Hey guys, ready back there? You hoard toilet paper. Understand? Hoard it. Hoard it like it's made of gold. Because it is.
Until the drifter ship suddenly unleashes its primary weapon. Knowing the warp and coordinates used by the Vagrant, members of Pandemic Legion saw the opportunity and planned an ambush.
It's
just an idea. A belief, even the most heartfelt belief, can be corroded over time. Justice is a non-corrosive metal. But metals can be melted by the heat of our bonds. It's revenge and it's Western cold.
This disturbing recording was recently acquired by the Scope, and despite DED protests, we believe that the public has the right to know.
But can easily be eaten in a microwave of EO. Well, I think your warranty is about to expire. Maybe I got an extended warranty. Warranty is very valid. You don't be surprised versus then purchase.
You're both great. Can I go home now?
We have a breaking story. This is live footage of the Reynolds border in Solitude, where Imperial Navy warships have just crossed. Wait, correction. We have reports now that those ships belong to the Amari Royal Air Orientador. Not the open fire.
Of course, that is his veterans that was found at full. Concentrated power of the sun.
Within a matter of seconds, the Seraph was completely engulfed and obliterated by simultaneous fire from the entire pressure core.
Hi, still warming up, sir. Come again? Warming up. Warming up! The sun is warming up. 1 second more, and just
Tiny.
more. And we are ready.
Your plan is failing. Just admit it.
Yeah, good luck with that one. Whose side are you on?
The losing side.
Thank you.
Is that stuff where people keep having
Who am I to disagree? Travel the world and the 7 seas. Everybody's looking for something. Same Lady on Eve, one of my favorite agents. What do you say? Trickery is this? Does not run. Still don't understand why he didn't pick up one of the real swords. You're fine. Paid off. As like, with copper. They said silver, but you know, you're kidding, right? Blam. Yellowstone has finally answered you. You want to get rid of this planet? No, thank you. Just the civilization. No, thank you, Jan. Not even that.
Well,
Let's not get our hopes up just yet. Metro Man.
He catches cash money, known as Her Majesty catches
Mommy's home.
Empress of Holy Amar, first apostle of the true faith, and sovereign defender of the imperial right.
The body of Hilen Tukos was discovered and examined by
Lucas Reholen. In Finnish, Hilen Tukos translates as the blocking snowflake or the blockage of the snowflake, and Lucas Reholen translates as Lucas Honest. The honest Lucas found the block in the snowflake. It's just you. That's light for you. You want to be the emperor now?
What I have done was for the Empire. A new day must dawn for our people. I am not the man to usher in that day. But there is a man here who can.
You know, I think there's an apology in order for the other night.
Okay, that would be nice, but make it quick. We have much more pressing matters to deal with. Wow. Oh, I remember when you were there.
Should we try to stay focused here?
Yes, of course. Right, focus.
Wait, come on, look at this.
What is it? What's inside?
Look. This glass has ice cubes in it.
Yes, the one
No, what I'm saying is, don't you think it's a little odd that the ice hasn't melted yet?
Life's great mysteries.
You're alive. US speaks to Finland. Speak, apparition.
We're in trouble here. It's showing to find out their biological progress. We can have this envelope contains profiles of your children. Do not open. Okay. You go observe. All started by the observatory. Roxanne was kidnapped. You can stop it. It wasn't in the gateway. We were kind of going through the motions. So, using my super skill, I suddenly go clear my head. And I realized we had done the same silly charade our entire lives. Trying to get my mind off how it's feeling. But I just felt stuck.
This discussion is for the most part too ethereal for him to follow, something about taxes and some reform. Shadow notes that many such discussions must have gone on in these chambers in the past. Two characters stand out, a bald man with long hair on the sides and a young woman. The custos seem to treat him with some reverence. The word scent is mentioned. After a while, it appears clear that they want to bestow sainthood on this couple for this new theory. The man politely declines. After a while, they come to an understanding on what would be a good compensation for his hard work. They offer to make him one of the custos.
A choice. Ever since I can remember, I've always had to deal with the city world. What about what I want to do? Then it's suddenly hit me. I do have a choice. I can be whatever I want to be. No one said this girl can never be a lifetime gig. Can't just quit either.
That's when I got the brilliant idea.
The body of Hilen Tukos was discovered and examined by Lucas Raholan.
Praise my power to keep this discovered. What is it that is? I've never thought our prop from a nearby nursing school. Metro Man was finally dead. And Music Man was born.
10 years without depression. Cheese.
Don't check out the movie. Shit. Hold on a second.
What the hell? Excuse me, who's watching these babies?
I did. That one's watching the little one?
Oh, nice parent. You got here like that and screw that.
You fucking swear?
You might have wrong.
You're that fucking mess. I got fucking babies here. Fuck her, man. You fucking think you're the first fucking now you stand up in the fucking store, right?
Fuck! Weed, smoking weed. Beers. Daddy smoking blunts. Who smoked the blunts? 15 bucks. Little man, put that money in my hand. If that money doesn't show, then yo me, oh. My jungle, oh wee, oh.
Little jungle love. That shit's the man notes. Written by God himself and named down to the greatest band in the world. The motherfucking time.
You guys not Prince movie? That shit was so gay. 80s style.
About Slanish. Who fucking lives around that perversion? What?
For the record, the time sucked, yes.
What's the block? I'm free. You can't touch my using lyrical magic.
They offer to make him one of the custodes. He agrees, but asks to not be on terror for the ages that such duty would demand. In a second compromise, they agree that he will be set free and allowed to continue his explorations, and they gift him with a shirt of white carbon fiber, strong enough, they say, to repel a Laskin but not a Volta. Something that should come in handy, Shadow takes a closer look at this man and the companion with him. The man is aged beyond his years. While the damage to his form is not as great as might be expected of one in this position, it is still great. The woman is a slender, tall blonde. She seems young, but perhaps as is just a life of luxury, she seems to cling to the man, but her eyes curiously study the large men around her, and she seems intent to study, now that the opportunity is given to her. Perhaps she is a slave. She speaks in a high voice. In old High Imperial, she answers questions honestly and makes no effort to hide her nature or her affection for her companion. Shadow concludes that these must be rogue traders, or perhaps a rogue trader and his slave. Though who knows? Perhaps a sister of battle, a demonette, perhaps a Rasper telepathica and his attendant. When Shadow looks most carefully, the presence of a third eye on the forehead of the man is visible, as are wings and a halo on the woman. It seems at least likely that the two are here with good intentions. Were there other intentions, the collective custos would surely cut him down without remorse and grind on to the next duty.
She still says cut him down instead of them down, so Spirit still has an opinion on what would happen. Lyrical magic.
Dragons knocked out. There's a madman out there destroying out your city.
Damn. No offense. I'm sorry.
I'm down. You know, everybody, there's a day for everyone. If it's bad, we will rise up against it. It's taken me a long time to find my fault. Now it's about time you find yours. What is the Matrix? Control. The Matrix is a computer-generated dream built to keep us under control or to change the human being.
Okay, Coach.
Now, it's impossible. I didn't say it would be easy. I just said the Matrix.
This one's still my masterpiece, but it's still blocked. This one was pretty good. This one got removed for being pro-access, which it wasn't since the two originals were from YouTube. The song is still on YouTube and they blocked it for the song. I just added a Opai word, I think, which is Japanese for huge boobs, into one of the songs so that it sounded like, you know, panzers rolling on huge boobs, and I got blocked. I wonder why. Hello there, Portugal. Or Belgium. Or Iceland.
So beautiful, I'm gonna stay.
Ridiculous. For over half an hour. Wait, guys,
Yellow.
stone. In this case, blue stone. But it's nothing. They will summon horrors, the likes of which you have no understanding if we keep them as slaves, just like every other slave will. That's better.
John, what do you think?
I did it. Ow. Okay. Congratulations.
This country, you came in at the wrong time. I know exactly what it is or what it's doing, but this is not human intelligence, okay?
Enough some music. If I play Skrillex, it's gonna get. Oh, this is not on Skrillex channel. Might get through. Favorite movie. Thousand days. again. Thank you for watching.